is Colleen Gallagher. I am a mindset transformational coach. I empower you to evolve your mindset so you can transform the world. I normally, this is really vulnerable for me, do not come on here without makeup or my hair done, but I really wanted to because I have spent the last 4 hours journaling in a notebook, and I can show you this, but it is like all of these pages are written. I don't even know if you can see them. Basically, all of these pages in here are all written for these past couple hours I've been journaling. And I wanted to come on and share this space with you, super raw and authentic, because, you know, I realized something as I was journaling. I realized a couple things that were really important of, you know, focusing on the end result instead of the process. And so many times there's times in our life where we focus, hey Robert, we focus on what we want or where we're going, but we've actually lost a little bit of ourselves in the process. We've lost who we are, we've lost what we want, why we've started. And, you know, there's a lot of successful people I've seen, and I kind of spent a little bit of last night, just studying super successful people. That's all I did last night. And, you know, I was doing some other things, and, you know, I really looked at the amount of people that give up something in order to have success. There's a lot of people that are successful, but at the cost of your relationships, of your health, of, you know, what you're here to do in the world. And I wanted to come on because I journaled literally about 100 pages today, 50 pages maybe, 50 to 100 pages of what I envision for my life, what I'm doing here for the planet, the global impact that I'm having in the world, the global impact that I'm having other people have in the world. You know, I realized something. There's three reasons that results would not be happening in your life. And the first one is you're not allowing yourself to feel good. You always are going to want to start from a place of feeling good. You're always going to want to start from a place of what feels in alignment, because, you know, I remember when I left corporate in January, it was so scary, and I was doing all these things. I got really stressed out. I was using funnels. I was using videos. I was using Facebook ads. I was doing all of these things, but it really didn't feel good. And I was just doing it in order to get to a result. I wasn't doing it because it felt good in the process. And, you know, one thing that I realized from that is that was really hindering me, because the world wants you to feel good. But if you're doing something just to get a result instead of doing something to feel good, the world can't give you something. And so the first thing, I really look or really ask, the results that you have in your life right now, where could you be feeling better? Where are you not feeling good? Where are the opportunities that you get to feel more fulfilled and more excited about your life? And I wanted to share that because that was something that came up really hugely for me of what are the things in my life that I'm doing that aren't fun? And, you know, I looked at a lot of things and I was oh my God, these are things I get to do that are more fun. I love being on lives. I love talking. I love vlogging. I love writing. And I realized these are things that I love. These are things that I'm naturally good at. And I was you know, this is where you get to have more fun. This is where you get to play more into. And when you allow yourself to live into more fun, you allow yourself to do that, you are allowing freedom to occur. And there's a lot of people that have a lot of money, but aren't having a lot of fun. And they're not spending time with their family. They're not spending time with their kids. They're not spending time traveling the world. You know, I built a brand where I traveled the world. I wasn't doing it from a 9 to 5. I wasn't doing it one place. I literally created a brand that was going while I was traveling the world. And that is success. Success is looking at what you're doing, having fun while you're doing something and making that your priority. So I wanted to share that. That's number one. Number two is a lot of successful people that I noticed, they give up things sometimes that actually could propel them forward. So an example is they'll give up time, again, with their family. They'll give up time with focusing on solutions. They'll give up time and say, how can I make more money, instead of how can I make a social impact to help the world be better? How can I make a social impact to help the world be better? If you already have a business that's super successful, it's not about making more money. I mean, sure, you can sit there and think, oh, this quarter, this, we need to do this, and this many employees. That's great, but that's only going to get you so far. That's only going to get you to a place when it's all right, now just more money. But what's the sake of having more money if you're really not solving a problem? There's going to be a limit when you still feel unfulfilled. You still feel like you're not happy. You still feel like there's more to life. You're driving into your depth of oh, what can I do? Look at most corporations. Most of the people that are retiring, wrinkles of how to do things. Like, you know, it's a lot of the people that are the entrepreneurs or the things that are small business owners, like they're the ones that are fit, that are healthy, that are really loving what they're doing. And they're tying in a social injustice to their business. So what is it that you're doing? Like, instead of being like, oh, I just want to make more money, what about like, what solution can I give to help younger children have a better education, to help younger children create a better opportunity? What can I do to create a different schooling system so kids maybe aren't suffering from mental illness and depression, from feeling like they don't fit in this world? You know, these are things that I really realized, like when you're at the place of money doesn't matter anymore. Money is here to, money always matters, but you're making so much of it. It's like, what can you do to allow others to come under you and really make that impact? You know, that's the second thing I realized when I was journaling today. And really the third thing that I realized when I was journaling today of the results in your life, if you're always looking for, this is what I would desire to create, this is the result that I need to have, and it has to show up in this specific way, we need these amount of employees, we need these amount of things, then of course that's going to limit you of how things are showing up. That's not going to allow the unattachment, the kind of flow to let opportunities come in. So example, you say, I want to grow, you know, to 5 million, or I want to go to 2 million, or I want to have 500 more employees, or you make an acquisition. There could be so many ways that that could happen, but if you don't have a clear vision, back to a clear problem, a clear solution that you're saying, I'm now committed with my business to solving this solution. From that solution, I'm now going to create a way to make money around solving this problem. That this is going to allow me to live in total abundance. It's going to allow me to feel fulfilled with what I'm doing, to make an impact and use my impact to create income. When you're doing that, then the results you desire is going to come to you through acquisitions. The employees that you desire to come to are naturally going to be like, yo, I really care about what you're doing. Let me use my gifts to help you. And that was like 3 things that really came through today when I was journaling and doing this. And I wanted to come on and share because, you know, I was really passionate about this. And, you know, I was studying a lot of people, and, you know, if it was just more money, if everyone just wanted to have more money and the solution to everything was more money, then everyone would be happy. Everyone would be fulfilled. Everyone would be excited. Everyone would be like, oh my God, we're saving the planet. Like, that's not true. Like, look at even developed nations and third world and developing nations. Third world and developing nations. If the solution was just economies, we wouldn't have war. Like, we've already created sustainable economies in America. We've already created sustainable economies in China. We've already created sustainable economies. We know how to do that in the world. That's not a problem. The problem is that we still have social injustices. We still have poverty. 75% of the world is living in poverty. And we aren't doing anything besides saying, I want to make more money. Well, no, but if we make more money, that's not solving the problem. Why don't we look at the root? These are the social problems: education, health, poverty, like mental health care with people being on medication, depression, anxiety. Why don't we start looking at, you know what, I really care about this because I was a child, or I was someone, or this was my purpose and vision in the world, and this really upset me in my life, and it led me to this point. And I got by, I made a lot of money, I made a successful business, I've done a lot of good in the world, but now I want to help other people. And now you're at this place in your life where you're like, you know what, these are the results I want to create are off of an impact to income. And that is what you're really wanting, and that's what you're really desiring. And these were 3 things I really dove deep on, and I wanted to come on and share, even though it was really vulnerable, because I do not like being on lives. It's super vulnerable for me without makeup or having my hair done, but I did it because I really wanted to share this, and it was really coming through me. And, you know, in a way of someone who owns a business, who has employees, I help people with massive transformations in their life, like through mindset transformations. I've helped all the way from people just starting to, you know, impacting people that are multiple businesses and doing major things, you know, and I have that on my website if you really need to look at what it is that I do or who I've served. But like, really, like, deep down, you know, I feel like, you know, if you're meant to do something great in this planet, and you know you're at the point to start using impact to drive your income. And you're at the point in your life when you're like, you know, this gets to be transformed. This gets to be uplifted. This gets to be at a place where now I'm creating something, but I'm going to create a school system in a third world country. I'm going to teach the younger generation how to use social media. I'm going to teach the younger generation how to use passive income. I'm going to teach the younger generation this. And that is how true results are going to show up in your life at a greater capacity, instead of like, oh, it's Q2, Q3, Q4. So let me know if you're rewatching this, if you have any questions on the replay. There's a few of you that are on here. Let me know if there's questions. I'd love to answer any, but it was a lot that came through. I do have many ways to work together and also get this mindset into you. Feel free to message me, or I'll leave a link in the comments for my 8-week mindset program that I'm launching. And the last day today is for the early bird prices. And, I really believe the time is now to rise. We all get to rise. We get to use our gifts. And if you're here who you've made it this far and you've just used strategy, like, it's time. It's time to rise and live with your heart and live into the world from that place. So anyway, talk soon and have an amazing mindset transformational day.